We're delighted to have with us for the balance of this hour Julie and Rusty Bullock from the hit TV series on the Up Network called Bullock Family Ranch. And Julie and Rusty, we want to welcome you to American Family Radio and today's issues.
Oh, thanks a lot for having us. We appreciate you taking the time with us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about, I mean, we know about your show, we know about the Up Network, but tell us about the Bullock Family Ranch. Not just the show, but the ranch itself. What are you doing there?
Well, have you got a couple of hours?
Maybe just give us the short version here.
Okay. Basically, what we've been doing over the last almost 17 years now is we take in young people that are either struggling or needed a little guidance. We just feel like God puts a young person in our path, and we sit down and talk about it, and they move in with us, and we help them either get on track or stay on the right track.
And how 17 years ago, how did you get involved with this? What led you into it?
Well, we were involved in our church, and a young lady, she was 13 years old at the time and was at the ranch all the time having fun and with the horses. And 5 years later, she turns 18, and she thinks she's ready to get out on her own on the world. And her mom and I, neither one were comfortable with it. So I just went to Mom and said, she's here all the time anyway. Why don't we just let her move in and kind of make that transition? And who knew 16 years later we would still be doing it.
Talking to Rusty and Julie Bulloch. Julie, where is the ranch?
We're located in Central Florida, right in the middle of the state. It's called Lakeland, Florida.
And so you two, you and Rusty, started it? I mean, what were you doing prior to that? Were you, what was your life, what were you doing for jobs and such?
Oh, well, we still have the same jobs that we do. We're self-employed. I have an inflatable bounce house business and do photography, and I actually catered for 16 years. I've recently kind of retired from that. And Rusty, you can tell them what you do?
Yeah, I'm a farrier. I specialize in horse hoof care, shoeing horses, and I'm still back to coaching high school football.
So the ranch. Describe. Ray already asked you this kind of, but I'm just curious. Who are the people at the ranch? How do they get there, and what have they been involved in? You take people who've been, in trouble with the law, drugs and alcohol addiction. What kind of folks you take there?
Well, we take nobody with any addictions because we're not licensed. Right now we focus on the age group of 18 to 21. We've taken in everything from we've actually had street gang kids that we've taken in. We've taken in ministers' kids that have gotten a little bit off the path. We've taken in kids that just needed somewhere to get focused, whether it be college or the workforce. So it's really, that's really one of the hardest things to explain for people to understand is, we take a kid in, they stay anywhere from 3 months to a year normally, and we just help them stay focused. We give them guidelines and rules and teach them accountability and responsibility. And it's really funny. We don't go looking for these kids. We don't like for people to call us and say, hey, well, I've got a kid that you can take, because we count on that, God's going to put that kid in our life that actually wants to better themselves.
And now this ministry, because it truly is, it's a life-changing ministry you've got there at the Bullock Ranch. Now it's a show on the Up Network. I got 2 or 3 questions about that. How did it come about? And what's it like having the camera crews around the ranch? Does it change anything about the way you do what you do?
Well, the awesome thing, about 3 years ago, we got a call with wanting a baby chimpanzee on a horse, and we're like, what? Well, it's going to make good film. They were making a documentary, so we thought it would be fun. A film crew came out. They filmed a little bit of that, but they were very interested in what we had going on here. A week later, we get a clip and a release form. They said, we have a show here, and we're laughing like, yeah, who's going to watch us? Because it's just normal for us. And that was 3 years ago. So we were totally blessed. God had his hand in it from the beginning. Up TV is a wonderful network. They have our best interest in mind. They have our kids' best interest in mind, and that was very important to us. As far as has it changed us, what you see is pretty much what you get. It's awesome that they allow us to continue our life and they tag along. It's not 24/7. We do have our private times. They're not with us at night, and it was just really loads of fun.
Talking to Rusty and Julie Bulloch, and they have a show on the Up channel called the Bullock Family Ranch. It airs Wednesdays, right? Is
yes,
that right?
Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
The season premiere, the finale was last night, and this Sunday, they are running a Bullock Family Marathon from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock, so everyone can catch every show. And then the reruns are going to be on Fridays at 8 o'clock, so that's a good family time for everyone.
The Up channel, talking to Julie and Rusty Bulloch, who are on the show, the Up channel, is that formerly something else? Wasn't that some other?
Yes, it was formerly GMC, which was Gospel Music Channel.
Yes, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought so. I knew they changed the name. Let me ask you this about a reality show, Rusty. Julie mentioned that, they're not with you 24/7. If they're with me 12 out of 24, I'm about to get tired of it after about 3 or 4 days of somebody following me around with a camera in my face. I'm not going to do that. So how do you, and you guys sound like you're independent and people, and you like living your life, and you're mainly there for the ministry work of doing what God's called you to do. How does that work exactly? I mean, they're not there all the. How does that work?
Lots of prayer.
Okay.
The great thing about it is we got along with every one of our crew members. The first day they pulled up, they had 4 or 5 vehicles and 20 people get out and start running around getting ready. And the first thing I'm thinking is, oh my Lord, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Right.
But they made it so fun.
Put your pants on, honey, before you go out back.
Yeah. You can't watch TV in your boxers anymore. But they made it so comfortable. One of my biggest fears was getting somebody that you just don't get along with personally.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a single crew member that we didn't get along with. We stay in contact with almost every one of them.
But how long are they there? Like 3 months out of a year, or 6 months, and then they film 25 episodes? How does that work?
Well, our first shooting, we shot 7 episodes, and it took about 3.5 months.
Okay.
But what's really good is they film 2 weeks and take a week off. Film 2 weeks and take a week off. So you're not blasted all the time.
Mm.
So you do have a little bit of downtime.
Yeah.
What's been the impact of the show on the young people who are part of, now they've come there for help, these troubled young people, and now in a sense they've become reality TV stars. I don't know if that's exactly the right way to put it, but what's it done to them?
Well, one thing we've done is we've talked to each one of them before they were on. It wasn't like, okay, we're doing this show, you got to do it. We told them what we were doing, especially the ones that were living here, and I said they want to do your story, but it's up to you. And that was what was so cool. But every one of them, when you get a bunch of 18 to 21-year-olds running around, they want to be on TV.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm. We're talking to Rusty and Julie Bulloch, Bulloch, from the show Bullock Family Ranch, and it's on the Up channel. And when did you say, Julie, that the marathon starts?
The marathon is this Sunday from 1 to 8, and you'll be able to catch every one of the episodes.
Do you watch them?
The reruns will be. I'm sorry?
Do you watch them?
Do I watch them? Yes, we have sat down and watched each one, and we sit here with our mouth open going, wow, we're really on TV. It was really scary opening up our life for America. And trust me, we prayed about it. We thought about it. But with Up TV, we were very comfortable because it is a Christian-based, faith-based. I can't even talk this morning. Faith-based network.
So you don't have to worry about, obviously, about, some reality shows, the network tries to, censor out the Christian stuff, but they don't. Right. They want you to include that.
Right. And there's no made-up drama, which unfortunately is very big out there.
Yeah. Oh, do you mean unreality reality?
Yeah, we are actually real life reality. Is what we like to.
I know. I've seen. We've all seen the reality shows where you go, that did not happen. That is not real. They made that up. That's not spontaneous reality. But Rusty and Julie Bulloch, have y'all got a book out, or do you blog? You have a website? How do you guys keep in touch with your fans?
Oh, wow. We have Bullock Family Ranch on Facebook.
Okay.
We're up to like 47,000 likes, which just blows our minds. And we're trying to get to 50,000 this weekend, so everyone needs to help us out. Like and share our page with everyone. You can go to uptv.com. They have a complete home page for the Bullock Family Ranch. And, of course, there's a Twitter account. All that stuff is found on these sites.
Now, I understand that last night in the season finale, it was a big family reunion. Tell us about that.
Well, that was kind of chaotic. We, excuse me one second. We I had to find a place at the last minute. It was double booked, and we were going to do it here at the house. And if you followed the show, you saw that like normal houses, there's always something hanging around that needs to be gone, and that just happened to be a couple of trucks and a Jeep that my husband and Brody had good intentions for the last year of getting started, but I kind of put them at a challenge, and I wanted them gone or I wanted them running, and so that was that part of the show. And then we got everybody together, as many of the kids and family that could, come in for a reunion, and it was great because you just don't have that interaction anymore with all the modern technology. Your personal interactions have boiled down to texting and messaging. And so to actually be in the company, a live company of your loved ones is just amazing.
I saw on the, I guess it's ET Online, I was just looking at the a little clip of Rusty and Claude Davis. That's a deeply, that clearly was unrehearsed, and that's a deeply touching moment.
Yeah, when you see these moments, they are actually taking place because we're not actors. We can't turn on and off the emotions like that. They catch them raw. I worked to surprise Rusty with Claude because we had not seen him in about 18 months, and he's very special to us. So, yeah, that was I cry every time I see that.
Rusty, I'm looking at a picture of you and the Duck Commander guys. How'd that happen?
That was really another God thing.
I can't hear you, brother.
That was really another God thing. We had a friend down here that had a friend in Dothan, Alabama, and she wrote him and told him about the show, and this was before it aired. Well, Dr. Maddox from Dothan, Alabama, who was having a fundraiser from the Alabama Baptist Children's Home, and that Duck Dynasty was going to be there, he called and invited us up because he saw clips on the show. And, we thought we were going to get to go up there and just hang around. Well, that would just turned out to be a phenomenal trip. And he said, well, while y'all are here, I want y'all to meet the Duck Dynasty guys. We were like, heck yeah. And so that's how that all came about.
They got their own section at Walmart now. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
I actually own a few of those things.
I'm not kidding. You go in Walmart now, they got this, like a tenth of the store is Duck Dynasty stuff. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, we support them because they're just awesome Christians, and they don't hesitate to stand up for what they believe in.
Yeah, I just don't know if I need a big life-size towel of Uncle Si looking at me. You know what I'm saying?
No. You got to draw the line with a T-shirt.
I know. I mean, I love the show, but I just, I'm wondering. Anyway, you're listening to today's issues on AFR, and we're talking to Rusty and Julie Bulloch, and their show is called the Bullock Family Ranch. It airs on Up, and they got a marathon coming up this weekend.
It's